Hi friends, AtomStack has sent a very interesting machine for review. It is used to cut wood and apply various drawings and inscriptions to it. AtomStack also claims that this laser can inscribe steel, and I like it very much. If this is true, I will use it in future projects. Today I want to show you how it works. But first, I need to unpack and assemble it. Let's not drag out the video any longer and let's finally get started. I was sent a large version of the machine, but there are versions with a small workfield size. The most expensive part of this machine is the laser head. It is the main cost of the machine and must always be taken care of. Be careful not to drop it. The machine comes with a compressor for air supply. It allows the machine to better cope with cutting wood and prevent smoke from leaving traces on the surface. This is the stepper motor controller, which is responsible for moving the X and Y axis. It can be connected either to a computer or to a phone via Wi-Fi connection. Well, I unpacked all the components from the laser machine. At first glance, it seems like a lot of parts and not clear how to assemble everything, but in fact everything is much easier than it seems. Looking ahead, I assembled the machine without looking at the instructions and no mistake. Well, the machine is assembled and I really like the size of its work area. I would choose this size if I wanted to buy it, as it allows you to make many more pieces in one go than the standard version of the machine. I can now try it out and see what it can do. And so the first thing I'm going to do is try to put a drawing on this piece of plywood, then it will be immediately cut by a laser and I'll have a nice engraved plaque. The thickness of the piece of plywood is 4 millimeters. The main thing is not to forget to adjust the height of the laser head every time using the caliber included in the kit. Look how cool the result is. The engraving speed is 6 meters per minute and the laser power is 40%. It took 15 minutes to engrave and another 1 minute to cut out the plaque. Now let me put the exact same engraving on a material that is used in furniture making. It's used in the back of any cabinet. It is 3 millimeters thick, but this material has a white polymer coating and to burn it with a laser. I will raise the power of the light beam to 80%. Ooh, I really like the result of engraving on this material. Very nice, clear and contrasting picture came out. I have only tried engraving this material a few times and this particular attempt turned out to be the most successful. Let's compare it with engraving on plywood. Of course, it's silly to compare them. These materials are quite different in composition and each option is good in its own way. Now let's do an engraving on polished stainless steel. I think this will be a very difficult task for the laser and I wonder if we will be able to do it. I slightly overheated this thin sheet of stainless steel and it warped. But the interesting thing is that the laser did not reflect on the surface, but did engrave, and that is a very good result. I think I will try again to make another inscription, but only in a smaller size. Great, I didn't overheat the metal and did the engraving in 2 sides. The result is not bad, but let's better try to make an inscription on stainless steel, which has a matte structure. Now that's something else. I think this is the most perfect engraving you can get with this laser. I used the laser power of 100% and the result is fantastic. I have a cell phone mount. What if I put my logo on this empty space? I wonder if a laser would do the job or not. I would say the result is not bad, but I don't think I had enough laser power. I set it to 40%. I would say the result is not bad, but I don't think I had enough laser power. I set it to 40%. It doesn't even have any coating on it, but the engraving looks great. Let's try it again, only already at 100% power. I have an aluminum nailer and it has just the same coating as the cell phone mount, but there is a lot more room for engraving. Result, as you yourself have already seen. Excellent. The main thing to put 100% power laser and then on any metal gets excellent engraving. I am done with the tests, and now I want to do a very interesting project. I have designed in SolidWorks an unusual box for storing various bolts and nuts, and now I really want to realize it with this laser machine. How I got an unusual box. I designed it myself and cut it on this machine. It remains to be filled with various bolts, nuts and washers. But that I will do without you. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, and if you like this machine, you can check out the description. There will be a link to the AtomStack store. They have machines for different budgets, and you will definitely find something there. Bye, my friends. Bye.